Have you ever felt an odd emptiness after talking to someone? Maybe it was a quick chat with an annoyed friend or the heavy vibe of a crowded room. Suddenly, you notice something shifted inside you, a tightness in your chest, an unease you can't pin down, or a sense that your feelings are all jumbled up. This happens because the emotions and vibes of those around us have a sneaky way of slipping into our space, like water seeping through a crack. For many, especially those more in tune with their feelings, it's like carrying bits of other people's moods without even meaning to. This kind of thing is more common than you'd think. We're constantly surrounded by triggers, voices, glances, loaded silences, and, without realizing it, our body and mind start picking it all up. You might wake up feeling fine, but after brushing up against a chaotic setting, you're left drained, lost, or even unsteady, unsure why. We're like open filters, soaking in whatever floats around us without any walls to stop it. And the strangest part? We hardly ever notice how much this pulls us away from ourselves. What if there was a way to flip that script? Picture having the power to choose what gets through to you, like an unseen doorman guarding your peace. It's not about shutting out the world or locking yourself away. It's about crafting something simple and strong, a silent barrier. This shield isn't visible, but you feel it, a way to keep your soul steady, calm, and free from the external waves trying to knock you off course. Today, you'll learn how to build this barrier and use it to feel safer, fuller, and truer, no matter what's happening around you. Let's dive into a straightforward path to change how you face the everyday. All it takes is a step right now. Picture a regular day. You're out and someone nearby is griping loudly on the phone. Without meaning to, your shoulders tense up, as if their issue were yours. Or you're at home, listening to a relative unload something tough, and soon a sadness creeps in that wasn't there before. These moments show how other people's vibes can slip past our edges uninvited. It's not something we grab or see, but it's there, sometimes as a heaviness in your head, sometimes as an unease that won't name itself. For those with a more open heart, it can hit even harder. It's like having a radar that picks up everything, a stranger's jitters at the store, a coworker's impatience, even the loud joy of a crowd that leaves you dizzy. Without a natural shield, these vibes blend into ours, and the cost is losing your way. Ever wonder why, after hours in a hectic spot, you feel like you're not quite yourself? It's because, unintentionally, you've become a mirror for what's around you. The trouble isn't just the exhaustion it brings. When we leave our soul unguarded, our strength starts to slip away. Think about how often you've tweaked your words or ways to soothe someone or dodge a clash. Over time, your energy scatters, spread thin across others' moods and wants. You might even lose track of what's truly yours, your plans, your quiet, your spark, because you're too busy holding what you didn't choose to take on. Without a steady anchor, we're wide open. It's like a window flung open. Anything can breeze in, stir things up, and leave, sticking you with the mess. But here's the bright side. It doesn't have to stay that way. The world doesn't need to shift. It's how you stand in it that can change. Building a silent barrier is the start of taking back your energy. It's not about cutting yourself off. It's about deciding what gets to stay with you. Once you see this weight we carry without meaning to, you're ready for something practical and freeing, which we'll put together next. Now that you know how others' vibes can shake us, it's time to learn how to stand firm. The silent barrier is an easy method you can tap into anytime to keep your soul calm and in charge. It doesn't need anything but your focus and a few minutes. Think of it as a soft curtain, a gentle veil that wraps around you, blocking what doesn't serve you and holding what's yours. Let's build this barrier in 5 clear steps. First, stop and notice. Find a quiet moment. It could be right now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and tune into your body. Feel your hands easing up, your chest rising and falling, the floor beneath you. This is when you reconnect with yourself, pushing out the outside noise and rooting into the present. It's basic, but it's the foundation. Second, shape your curtain. Picture a layer of energy circling you. It might be a glowing ring, like a soft dome, or something lighter, like a calm breeze. Pick a color that soothes you, pale green, gentle purple, whatever brings you balance. See this curtain, forming around you, solid yet peaceful. It's your barrier, unseen by others, but alive in your mind. Third, stake your ground. Inside this curtain, you're the one calling the shots. Imagine it splitting what's yours from what's coming in. Others' stress might brush the edge, but it doesn't cross. Feel that clarity. This isn't mine. It's a way to remind yourself you can see the world without hauling it along. Fourth, breathe with purpose. Use your breath to bolster your barrier. As you draw air in, picture the curtain growing sturdier, more real. As you let it out, release any burden or clutter that's not yours. It's a simple flow. You steady yourself inside and shed what's extra outside. Do this for a moment and notice how it lands. Fifth, carry it along. Don't save the barrier for rare days. Use it before stepping out, during a break, or even mid-conversation when things get heavy. With time, it'll turn into a habit, something you do without overthinking. Before a tense exchange, say, picture the curtain for a few seconds and step in steady. This method's your ally. The more you lean on it, the stronger it gets. And soon you'll see how you can be in the thick of it all without falling apart. When you start using the silent barrier, something special kicks in. The chaos out there stays the same, but you shift. It's not just about shielding yourself. It's about breaking free to live true. The rewards creep in slowly, but they reshape everything, from your steadiness to how you tie into others. The first gift is the sureness that grows inside. Imagine walking into a noisy space and, instead of getting swept up in the vibes, you hold your ground. Before, a sharp word or heavy mood could throw you off for a day. Now, with your barrier, you breathe, sort what's yours from what's not, and keep moving light. That sureness doesn't come from outside. It springs from knowing your soul has a haven, a spot no one steps into unless you say so. Your ties with others shift too. Without swallowing their moods, you get freer and truer. Picture a relative who's always on edge. Before, you might have left the talk weighed down by their tension. With the barrier, you listen, respond, but don't lug that load home. It doesn't make you cold. It makes you open to realer connections. People notice, you seem more at ease, and they're spot on. Another perk is balance. When your soul doesn't sway with every gust, you live more grounded. A rough morning doesn't drag you down as much because your barrier keeps your core steady. It's like an inner beacon guiding you back, even in a storm. That brings sharpness for choices, calm for your days, and a sense of, I've got this. Finally, there's the freedom to be you. Without bending to what others throw, you speak and move with what's real to you. Your choices, your voice, your way shine as yours, not what's expected. It's a quiet win, but a big one. Existing without hiding. With the silent barrier, you don't just guard yourself. You step into who you are. Building your silent barrier isn't just a trick. It's a call to live lighter, surer, and truer to yourself. You've seen how others' vibes can cut through us, stealing our calm without us catching it. But you've also learned it doesn't have to stick that way. With 5 easy steps, stopping, shaping, staking, breathing, and using, you can raise a defense that puts you in charge. It's not about turning away from the world. It's about carving out a space to be you, free of static or shadows. This road's yours to walk. Each time you call up the barrier, it gets smoother, more yours, until it's just part of you. The payoffs, sureness, cleaner ties, balance, and freedom don't hit all at once, but they build with time. Try it today. Before facing the world, picture your curtain for a beat and feel how things flow differently. Give it a few days and watch what shifts. You might be amazed at the strength you've already got tucked inside. Thanks for sticking with me this far. If this script struck a chord, I dare you to try the barrier and let me know how it went. And if you liked it, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss what's coming next. Share it with someone who needs this. Drop your thoughts below, and see you soon.